welcome to today's video. We've got a special one in store for today. I'm hitting up a local park to me. We've got a little bit of a snowstorm going on, and I'm going to try to familiarize myself with this park. I'm going to try to become one with the park and see if I can open up my mind and create an image that I feel is truly successful. It's not necessarily the perfect winter conditions photographically speaking. And what I mean by that is that the snow in typical Colorado style is blowing around, humidity's low, temperature's low, it's not sticking to the trees. And coming from the East Coast, I'm used to a little bit wetter snow that sticks to every branch and twig. That's kind of the pinnacle of winter photography for me. It just kind of accentuates all the limbs on every tree. You can use the branches and their shapes to really form interesting compositions, and the possibilities are kind of endless. So we don't really have that going on today. But what we do have that I am going to try to work with is lots of snow actually in the air right now. So as you move further away, the snow accumulates in the air and gives a nice hazy, kind of foggy look. So that's one of the aspects that I'm going to be working with today. This park also has little ponds, and it's actually been relatively warm for the past few days, so most of them are ice-free right now. It's a little bit windy, but I'm going to be searching out reflections. And we also have, and this is probably the biggest thing that I'm kind of cued in on, is really big, stately cottonwood trees. If you're not familiar with cottonwood trees, they have big trunks, they have a lot of character, they have really nice shapes, they're kind of really grisly looking, and they almost remind me of a tree that you would see in like a Halloween movie or something like that, like a Tim Burton film. So with that said, today I really want to take it slow, I want to relax, I want to walk around and just enjoy the weather, just enjoy being outside, and let the image come to me. And I'm going to take you through that process. Hopefully I'll come away with an image that I like, and if I don't, I know I'm going to be having fun. And I think that's actually a really important step to growing as a photographer. I think it's actually really important to go out and to fail. If you're only heading out to photograph in conditions that you think are perfect in your mind, then I really don't think you're going to grow as quickly or at all as a photographer. I think it's really important to expand your possibilities, try to create new types of images, work outside of your comfort zone. And that just kind of grows your skill set, and then you can incorporate that back into all your images and still have your own style. So with that said, let's get out there and see what we can find today. Fingers crossed, I hope it's good. So I think I might have actually stumbled onto something here. I was getting a little discouraged because the snow has actually slowed down a lot. So you don't really have that nice hazy air anymore, just a light snowfall. You can't really pick it up or see it in photographs too easily. But I was walking around this little pond here and noticed just some really cool ice patterns right along the edge. And it's a little sketchy. Not in the sense that it's dangerous, you know, I certainly don't and definitely don't recommend walking on ice that you're unsure of, you know, if the water's deep. But it's a little sketchy in the sense that I'm right along the edge of the pond and I'm out on this shelf of ice. I have no idea how thick it is, and if I fall through, I'm gonna have some wet feet. So, you know, that's the worst that would happen. So I'm willing to take the risk today and try to get a picture of this really cool formation. So what we have here, the edge of the ice has formed this really cool, organic, curvy, kind of yin-yang style right where it touches the open water. And in addition to that, the bottom of the pond here is just completely covered in dead and decaying cottonwood leaves, which really are very dark brown, almost verging on black. So you have this really striking contrast between the fresh, pure white snow and the dark, decaying cottonwood leaves. And I just really love the way that it looks up against that water. You have the yin-yang curves in the shape of the ice itself, and then you also have the yin and the yang aspect within the entire composition, because you have dark on one side and then bright on the other. And then you also kind of get just the idea of the yin and the yang between the fresh, pure snowfall and the old decaying leaves that I kind of like mentally. I'm really liking the way this looks. I like the idea behind it. I like the subtlety of it, and I'm really excited about finding this spot. Compositionally speaking, I've arranged the frame so that the white ice takes up about 1/3 of the bottom, and then 2/3 at the top is the water. And one thing that I didn't mention before actually is that as you step right off the edge of the ice, you can clearly see the cottonwoods because you're kind of looking down through the water at them. But as you go back just a little bit further, the gray overcast sky kind of begins to take over as you go further back into the water. So it gives it a nice, almost like a graduated filter kind of a look to it. And it just adds a little bit of extra interest towards the top of the frame. So essentially our frame is divided up into strong white ice down at the bottom, a band of dark in the middle third, and then slowly fading to gray in the last third of the image. I'm at about 30 millimeters on my 16-35 ISO 100 f/16 to ensure enough depth of field, and I've let the shutter speed fall wherever it wants. In this case we're at about a second. My tripod is just ridiculously janky right here, so instead of a 2-second timer, I've set up a 10-second timer, hands off, let it steady out, and then take the image. Wow, how did it get dark so quickly? I guess I just kind of lost track of time shooting that composition. I had a lot more ideas for today's video, but that's just the way it's gonna go today. I'm super happy with this image I got. To me, it is so cool that I've been photographing for over 10 years, and I've come out into this location and created an image that I have no other images like it. That's just so crazy to me, that you can be photographing for so long and photographing in conditions that you've seen before and come home with something totally unique. I just love that aspect of photography. I love when everything comes together. I love the creative process, and it just kind of amazes me every time. So really happy with today's image. I really got to shut this video down. It's getting dark quick. I hope to see you guys in the comments section, and if you like my videos and you want to see more of them, please hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. It really helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate it. So with that said, thanks so much for watching my video, guys, and I'll catch you next time.